if you do a healthy merging with someone, it's not just good for you, it's good for them. And they won't feel invaded in any way. And that's a skill. That's a skill of being able to do the merging and not make it look like you're invading them somehow. You actually have to practice that. So when you healthy merge with someone, they shouldn't feel like they're being somehow invaded. They should feel like they're being loved unconditionally, and everyone wants that. Which goes to the equanimity piece. The healthy merging is a state of unconditional positive regard towards that person. So this is a question that comes up because people get to a certain depth with their practice and they start to experience this merging. I had this come up just a few days ago with someone. And then they're noticing that people are sort of like pulling away from them or something because it's like their focus is too intent. And the Chinese have this expression, how can I translate it? 和光同尘. Yeah, okay. Tone down the light and share the dust. It means like don't share the dust. It means don't blow ordinary humans away by looking too like you belong to the non-human realm too much. It's a skill. Boy, I know people tell me that you're supposed to share, your innermost experience, that students love that. It's constant. I don't know if I buy that, okay? Because do you really want that much information about your teachers? There is such a thing as TMI, But here, I'm going to take a chance. Now I got your attention. Okay, this is true, okay? Not a day goes by that sometime bopping around in the world just interacting with people, I will have this impish thought. I'm passing for one of them. They don't know. They think I'm a regular North American human. And of course, most of me is. But there's a part that's not human. And it's like, they don't know. They're deceived by the surface. And it's sort of fun. Like someone, I don't know, getting away with passing for something that they're not back in the days when there was racism or whatever. It's like, pulling the wool over their eyes. Anyway, maybe that made no sense at all, but you have to pass as a human after you've learned to contact a little bit of what is not human. So you have to express that in a way that doesn't weird people out, and it takes some training. So so what characterizes the reason I laughed when you said why do we merge? Okay, is the real question is not why do we merge. The real question is why don't we all merge? Okay, what happened that got in the way of what was originally there at birth? That's all there was. We just were. We were everything. And then I can remember when the self arose within me as a separate. I don't have very good memory of childhood, of specific events, but boy, I absolutely remember when my personhood arose. And it was at an early age, and it's like, why? Something's changed. Something's changed. I used to just be happy all the time for no reason, and now I'm worrying, and it was the arising of talk space. Before that, it's like there weren't any issues. It's like, why am I not happy anymore? Why am I constantly thinking about the past and the future? I was like, I didn't know what was happening to me, and I couldn't stop it. So, the question is not why do we merge? It's like, what happened that prevented us? Well, what happened was we accumulated enough life experience that we developed a thinking mind, which is good, but it became a prison instantly, which is not so good. And then later on in life, we're making the great escape. That's what this practice is. It's the great escape from that. So anyway, to characterize the healthy versus unhealthy merging, what characterizes the healthy merging is you understand the mechanism, why it happens. You have control over it. When you do it, it doesn't weird people out. And you carry away just two tastes, as I mentioned. The taste after I've merged, I got bigger and I got cleaner, and that's it. You don't carry away and usually anything specific from the merging, unless you decide that you want to do that. And as I say, in my long career, it was only a couple years into meditation, maybe a year into practice, when I started to get some of that sense of inside and outside merging. Okay, that was a long, long time ago. And in this whole career, I've only twice intentionally merged for a purpose, and I told you what those two were. By the way, you folks may get a chance to merge with a mathematician speaking math in front of you that you don't understand. Maybe tonight or tomorrow night. I'm preparing a sacred geometry PowerPoint dealing. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, so you just carry away an expanded identity and a more elastic identity for having done it. You don't typically carry away something. So that it really doesn't make that much difference if you merge with a flower or a garbage can, or if you merge with a sinner or a saint. People are like really afraid, I don't want to merge with a psychopath. I'm gonna, no, you won't pick up any psychopathology. You'll just incorporate that activity. The unhealthy merging doesn't have those characteristics. You don't understand the mechanism. You carry away something other than empowerment and purification. And in fact, typically what you carry away is disempowerment. Identification with the aggressor, borderline personality issues, that kind of stuff. So healthy separation is the well, I guess there's a psychological form of healthy separation, but then there's like making the distinctions that are useful and empowering, meaning see, hear, feel, in, out, restless, wait. Okay, those kinds of separating the sensory elements, those are empowering distinctions. Those are useful discriminations. Disempowering distinction is where a lot of people live, which is that fundamental sense that inside and outside are separated. There's a boundary of my existence, starts with my skin, and it's I versus it, which then leads to us versus them. I call that unhealthy separation. So anyway, that's what I have to say about that.